What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another 118 review. Super excited to show you this model today. Today, I am going to be reviewing the Spark 118 991 GT3R EBM Motorsports. So it's Earl Bamber Motorsports 2019 Bathurst. And this episode is going to be a little different. Unfortunately, when I filmed this episode, I forgot to turn my mic on. So I'm going to be doing my first voiceover. So I hope you guys enjoy the voice and audio quality of this one. But without further delay, let's get started. Now, as many of you know, when I have a 164 version, I always like to showcase that one. And this one is no exception. So here is my 164 Sparky model. It's a great looking model. So this is actually the teammate car of the 118 version we're going to be showcasing today. This car actually won the event in 2019 Bathurst, this number 912 car. But the 118 version is going to be the number 911 car, its teammate in that race. So super cool to have both of these models, both cars on the team for this specific event. And yeah, I always like to show off my miniatures when I have acquired a 118 version of that model. But without further delay, let's get to the 118 version of this model. It's absolutely amazing, guys. It's going to be one of those race liveries where it's much more than meets the eye. It's absolutely incredible. There's definitely some different features to this model than previous 118s that I've reviewed already, and I'm excited to show them to you. So let's get started. Alrighty, guys, so this is a brand new model, completely brand new, in package, and I'm going to flip this over right now, and I'm going to show you that Spark model really does an excellent quality job as far as packing these models. They give you this little strap right here so you can pull the model out of the box, and it is a little bit of a kind of different process, kind of some steps you need to go through. And what you need to do first is you need to remove all of these styrofoam pieces. It's not really styrofoam. I think it's called EBM or something like that. But it's really high quality packaging. Definitely helps protect against the shock. You're going to want to remove those side pieces first. And then you're going to want to remove the lengthier pieces lengthwise from the case. And that's going to free up this model to be able to pull out.
That's what she said.
All right, now we're going to gently grab this paper strap here and just pull it right out of the box. There is a lot of weight to this model, which is why they've taken such care and precaution as far as getting this model out of the box. It's very, very well packaged, very weighty. Probably about 4 or 5 pounds would be my guess, but yeah, just absolute quality, guys. And this is an extremely limited piece. This is definitely the lowest production model in my collection, 150. There's only 150 of these in existence. This one happens to be 149 out of 150, so second to the last one ever produced, ever offered. And I'm super excited to have this in my collection, guys. Definitely the rarest model in my 118 collection. Alrighty, guys, we have the EBM Motorsports 991 GT3R in position, and let's get started. We have grabbed Spike, and we are ready to start examining this model. So this model is a lot different from the Martini 991 GT3R that I reviewed before. A lot of different styling here, mainly these canards up front here. Definitely a very, very aggressive style with some side winglets to them to channel that air and keep it close to the body. Definitely very nice. And I'm sure you can see it from this angle, but there is some ghost livery to this. When that light hits it just right, you can see it on the corner of that front bumper. So very amazing. And the front bumper is definitely different. We have the Luparg and the Sacred sponsorship stickers here in the front. Very, very nice. I just love those neon yellow accents on the front canards. Looks very good. Really sets off with this black. And right here we have those fabulous Spark headlights. Very good depth, black housing, silver actual light housing with 4 running lights in there. Nobody does grill work and headlight work on Porsches better than Spark, to my experience so far. One thing that's really cool is going to be this grill work that's up on the front fender here. Definitely a time-specific modification for the 991 GT3R. Not every model has that venting right there. So very, very cool. It looks very, very aggressive. Quite possibly the most aggressive era of 991 GT3R. Just a lot of great stuff here, and you guys are going to see it as we go around the model. Alrighty, turning the EBM 991 GT3R to the side. I'm sure that you guys can really take a look at that ghost livery now. It is sticking out like a sore thumb. But the one thing that sticks out like a sore thumb is definitely going to be these wheels. They are different, if you noticed. Definitely different than the traditional BBS wheels. These are BBS wheels. They have BBS stickers on them. But definitely a different style. These are more like BBS LMs, and that's something that really sets this model off. You can see the neon yellow arrows there, but unfortunately there are no valve stems on this model, but that's okay. That's just something that I consider kind of an extraordinary feature to models, but definitely really, really cool wheel design. I absolutely love it. I think it looks fantastic. I wish more of these race cars actually race these style wheels. Center lock, great brake detail. It's extremely hard to see the calipers, but there is some lettering on them, and I think it says Porsche. I'm not sure. It definitely doesn't say Brembo or AP Racing Brakes, so I'm not sure what it says, but it's very tiny and a little harder to see with these mesh wheels. But there's the BBS sticker there on both the rear and the front wheel. Looks very good. And I'm sure, as you can see, this car was sporting the Pirelli P0 tires for this race. It was a Pirelli sponsored event, so very nice. I am a Michelin man. I love Michelin, but the Pirelli P0s are done perfectly, so kudos to Spark. And checking out some of the body work, the front fenders on this car are absolutely crazy bananas aggressive. Very nice straight cut here. And very nice channeling right here. The body is kind of moved inward at an angle right here to allow some of that air to escape from the brake area to relieve some heating there. So that's very nice. Very, very well done. Absolutely love that front fender cut. Perfectly done. So up front, we have some really nice chrome quick releases for the front bumper. And right by there, I'm sure you can see it, but there is the Spark logo. This car was actually sponsored by Spark, and here's another one on the very back here. Rear bumper quick disconnect, another Spark logo. Very well done, and super cool that Spark actually produced this model and actually sponsored this car, so that's really, really neat. And moving on, we have an Echo Clean Dry Ice Blasting sticker here, Pirelli sticker here, and then the GT World Cup official sticker here on the front fender, so very, very nice. We got Meguiar's sponsorship on this particular model. The number of this car is 911A, 911A, so that's really cool. I don't think I've ever seen a number of a race car with a letter after it, so that's a first for me. But very, very cool. 911A, so very nice. And then down below that, you're going to see the Porsche Motorsport Asia Pacific, and then two group stickers down below, so very, very nice. And we have the driver stickers up here, the driver decals. We have Romain Dumas, Matthew Jaminet, and Sven Moller were the drivers of this car for this particular race. So very cool. Very, very good detail with the ghost livery. You can really, really see it on the top of the door here. And like I said, that light is beaming right on that door perfectly, so you can really see it. It's kind of like a tribal design. Very, very nice. And right here on the left rear quarter panel, we have our air charge port. It is on this side. It is not on the right side like it is on the 991 RSR. They decided to put it here on the left-hand side. So very, very good detail. Very good lanyard detail here. It's an actual metal lanyard. So very cool. I really love how Spark does that. Makes it a separate piece and just adds a ton of depth to the model. We have a cool red little number 7 sticker, and then we have a BP sticker. Again, Spark model sponsorship sticker and Pirelli sticker down here. Very nice. And then we have the Earl Bamber Motorsport logo and insignia here, which is really nice. Another thing that really sticks out about this model is the mirrors. The mirror design is really, really cool. They're kind of like a little blob design with an air channel that comes through here. I can actually stick Spike through it. But they stick out. Neon yellow, very, very nice. Again, kind of a blob design. They did redefine that design later on for the 911 GT3R and RSR. Fantastic spoiler detail as usual. Dry carbon with the Porsche insignia on the top. Very, very nice. Side winglets here. We have the Sacred logo and then kind of like some, kind of looks like it's supposed to be like either venting design or something, but it's not straight through. And then the neon yellow stripe on the back of that winglet. And moving to the back of the Earl Bamber 991 GT3R. As always, fantastic spoiler detail, guys. Very robust resin center section here, dry carbon. Again, Porsche insignia up top. The winglets are going to be made of metal, very, very high quality. And as always, that spoiler bracketing, metal, and different than what you traditionally see on the newer 991 GT3R models. It's very nice. The taillights on this one are good, but they're not as great as they usually are. It looks like this was some kind of prior design or method for them using the taillight decal. It's a little thin. It doesn't look as real as the more newer Spark models, so that's kind of a bummer. I wish it had the updated taillights. They just do such a fantastic job, but I think they were just trying to work through at this point and just trying to get it to look more real. But they don't look bad. It's just me being nitpicky about that. But yeah, definitely visually thinner. Could definitely use the updated water slide decal method that we've seen. Fantastic grilling back here on the rear bumper, just like the road going car. We have metal quick release latches on this engine cover, this rear engine cover. We have some liquid moly stickers on the side here. This one on the left hand side has a little bit of a defect on it, a little bit of a white space here, kind of like it's missing or something, but that's kind of a bummer, but it's not really a big deal, at least to me. I actually might be able to fix it and make it look more like the right side one. We have Luparg sponsorship stickers on the side. Again, those liquid moly stickers and Pirelli stickers, Pirelli sponsorship stickers on the side over here. Looks very, very good. We have a rear rain light / fog light here. Again, great detail as always with Spark. And just fantastic detailing on this rear diffuser. It's definitely a different design that you see in the later 991 GT3R models. Metal tow hook, neon yellow arrow here. Great depth on this exhaust right here. Fantastic detail on the actual muffler canister and the tips. It's really hard to beat Spark as far as exhaust depth and appearance looks. It's fantastic. Very, very aggressive venting here on the sides for that diffuser. You'll see it here better when we switch to the money shot angle, as I like to call it. But it looks fantastic. Great depth. And definitely some influence here from the 997 RSR, the later versions, rather, if you remember the Flying Lizard. We have a really nice neon yellow pinstripe that kind of hugs that outer edge of that diffuser. That is a great detail right there. Looks fantastic. And a shot from the money angle. So looking here, this is really awesome design that Porsche did for this particular bumper, how it sweeps in and kind of goes into that venting right there. You can definitely see the aerodynamic in play, and these vents are straight through. I can stick Spike all the way in there. No pun intended. But yeah, very fabulous look. And again, I love giving you guys this angle because it's so aggressive. You can really catch the body lines from this angle, especially that front fender cut, the full diffuser detail, the spoiler detail. Just an absolutely fantastic model, guys. This thing is great. And a view from the right side, looking into this little port right here where the air charge port would be. It's actually straight open. There's kind of a bracket that's sitting back there, but I can actually stick the tip of Spike in there and yeah, touch that bracketing back there. It's kind of weird how they didn't kind of block that off. But but that's as real as it gets. But yeah, everything's pretty much the same on the right hand side. So we'll move to the front, and definitely one of the smaller grill openings for the 991 GT3R. But you see great detail. You can see the bracing behind the grill. Definitely kind of an odd shape for this bumper, but and definitely different than like the Martini 991 GT3R. But you can see the main grill here, and then there's a couple of smaller side grills, side openings, and those are going to be for the brake ducting. You can see those on the side of that main grill. Very, very nice. Again, it's really hard to beat Spark grilling. It's fantastic, and so far the best I've seen. And again, I'm sure you can see these fantastic headlight details, black housing, excellent chrome light housing actually on the inside. Very, very nice. Lots and lots of depth with those headlights, guys. It's as good as it gets. Fantastic metal quick latches here on the front trunk. Again, separate pieces that are glued on. Fantastic detail. We got the Porsche logo here on the front of the hood. Very, very nice. Liquid Moly sponsorship sticker, metal tow hook, neon yellow arrow pointing to the tow hook, and then we have the Sacred and the Loomparg sponsorship stickers. Fantastic Lexan window detail, and what's really cool is that they give you the little slide section on that window, so the driver can just slide that part back rather than having to open the door, because those are Lexan windows and they don't roll down. So that's a nice little feature of this model. But from this angle, you can really see the shape of those side mirrors, as well as going back up to the front. You can really see that Ghost livery kind of sticking out on the corners here. Absolutely fantastic, guys. Just so much more to this model than meets the eye once you see it up close. Fantastic tribal livery, kind of a tribal livery on that front hood, or that front trunk, I should say. Looks great, fantastic. Just such an intuitive design to this livery. Great fuel fill detail, and here's a neon yellow fuel sticker, as well as the GT World Cup sticker again. We have our emergency lanyard here, our power cut, and our fire suppression here. And that center wiper section is really nice. Neon yellow section on the very middle there. That's a really nice highlight, really cool. 911A number on the windshield, very nice. And then Liquid Moly banner. Looks very, very good. Definitely sticks out on this livery for sure. And this beautiful black color with Ghost livery. And taking a look on the inside of the EBM 991 GT3R, we got some fantastic steering wheel detail. You can see the yellow stripe on the top of the steering wheel, as well as all the on-the-fly controls on the front face of the steering wheel. Again, looks great. Completely white on the inside, completely stripped. White roll cage, fantastic harness detail. You'll see that better as we pan around. Great race seat detail. If I can get past the glare here, kind of take a look, kind of pan it down a little bit more, you're going to see some dry carbon finish on the sides right there, the side supports for the driver's ear. There we go. That looks a little better. Left and right safety nets, just fantastic detail, guys. Nobody does it better than Spark. And attempting to get that right side floorboard, you can see a red fire suppression bottle, as well as a couple of modules, like a module box back in there. Just great detail, guys. Again, the harness detail is absolutely fantastic on this model. This particular model has dual AC vents. You can see them up on the front dash there, kind of a silver facing towards the driver. And again, that right side safety net looks so good. And there is a silver kind of aluminum finish plating on that right side floorboard, as well as, again, those harnesses, man. Just looks fantastic. And panning again to the front, you can see that front trunk livery really well now. That looks really good, as well as that fuel fill. But looking more so on the inside, you can really see the steering wheel. You can see the paddle shifters. There's a yellow quick disconnect for the steering wheel. Yellow stripe on top. Red harnesses that actually have the padding socks on them for the driver for a little bit of comfort. And I believe that says Schroth on there. It's a little hard to see, But that's really cool that those are there. And again, that yellow quick disconnect for the steering wheel, absolutely fantastic. Fantastic dash design. The defrost vents are straight through. Again, some of the best quality that you're ever going to find on a 118 model will come with any Spark model that you purchase, and this one is no different. Such an absolutely fantastic model. Let's get this bad boy off of the base. Let's get it on the turntable. Let's take a better look at it. And man, you guys are really going to see the Ghost livery once we get it on the turntable and get that lighting going. So let's go. Alright guys, we are back with the 991 GT3R EBM 2019 Bathurst Porsche. Absolutely fantastic model, guys. Such an incredible livery. Again, I love these race liveries where they're just so much more to the eye than what meets it. And then you take a closer look at it and you realize how much depth there is to it, how much there is to the car. This car is exactly that. It is fantastic. Completely smooth roller, fantastic livery, difference in wheels like a BBS LM mesh style wheel. I love how the neon yellow just really sticks out from this mostly primarily black livery, and there's just so much to it. This model is absolutely fantastic, guys. So what do I rate it as? I'm going to give this model a 9.5 out of 10, and the only deduction from that score is going to be those taillights. Again, fantastic roller, great model. But again, those taillights, you can definitely tell that Spark was kind of in an experimental stage when it comes to those taillights, trying to nail down the right look with them. And while they do look great, they don't look as accurate as later 991 GT3 models and the RSR models. So I wish that method was applied to this model, but that is really the only deduction to this model. Everything else is fantastic, guys. It is nearly perfect. It's as good as it gets, just about. You know, just some learning curves from Spark, but the overall quality, detail, the harness work, the wheels, everything going with this model is just absolutely fantastic. Definitely one of the coolest livery cars in my collection, and I'm super excited to have it. It's highly limited, and Spark just knocked it out of the park overall. So that's the only deduction from the score, but overall, damn near perfect model. Anybody who gets this model is going to be absolutely fantastically happy with it, and I certainly am, and I think anybody who's lucky enough to get this model would be too. So that'll do it for this one, guys. I certainly hope you enjoyed my review of the 2019 Bathurst 991 GT3R Earl Bamber Motorsports Porsche. It's fantastic. And anybody out there looking for it, you better hop on it quick, because again, only 150 examples in existence. Happy hunting, happy collecting, happy customizing. And remember, guys, it's about the cars, not the money. We'll see you on the next 118 review.